Hello guys, welcome back to Sedic's Rabbitry. My name is Sedic, a young and passionate rabbit farmer here in Ghana. So today's video I actually want to take a review or take a tour with you guys with this giant 5-in-1 cage. Okay, so I have 10 cage set up here, 5 at the top and 5 at the bottom. So I want to discuss with you guys the materials that I use in building this cage and also the dimensions as well, okay, so that you can have an insight if you want to use this style to make your own cage. It is pretty easy to make, right? So at least one week you can finish with this type of cage. Okay, so I would want to start with the reason why I wanted to set up a new cage. Okay, as I told you in my previous video how I failed to understand the concept of rabbit farming, right? So that is why I brought up this idea to just start everything over again. That's why I built this 5-in-1 cage, right? So I will be using some of my breeders and I have new ones on board. Okay, so I would be going for 6 doe units now. We will be expanding soon. By next year I'll be producing much more rabbits, right? So I'll be going for 6 doe units and 2 bucks, making 8 breeding stock, right? I'll have 8 breeding stock to start using. Okay, so let us start by the items that are used to build this cage. Okay, so the first item is 1x1 galvanized wire mesh. Okay, so the 1x1 galvanized wire mesh, you can get it in any market. When you go to the market, those people who sell carpenters materials, you can just ask them if they know where they sell some, then you can give them the money, then they'll buy it for you. So the first material is the 1x1 galvanized wire mesh, and the second one is the 1/2x1 galvanized wire mesh. It is 1.4 millimeter thickness, right? So that's what I use to build this cage. And also I have the watering system. Now I want to try the automated system, right? Because when the rabbit is in there with her kids, it becomes difficult for the kids to sometimes get the water. You see that sometimes they will be fighting for the water, like they want to be drinking at the same time, right? So it can't help. So I try to use the automated watering system plus the bowls that I'm using. Okay, so this watering system didn't cost that much. Okay, it didn't cost that much. On average I got all of these for about 120 Ghana cedis. You can change that into your currency so that you can see how much it cost me. And also I used some home materials as well so that I can cut the cost. Okay, so I used what we call the TNG here in Ghana. We call it the TNG. That's what I used for the sides, to prevent much more wind getting into the cage. Okay, so this is the door. If you can see, I have changed the style of the doors. Okay, the reason is that I can see that this cage is very long. It's very long. So if I would say I'll be opening it to the top, it will be difficult. That's why I decided to use the sideways. Now this is how it opens and closes, right? So some of you have been asking if I have biosecurity, like is my place fenced? Yeah, it is fenced. That's why you can see that I'm using this style. So when you want to build your rabbit cage, always make sure that you have a secured area before you build it, so that you won't have any problems of predators. Okay, so as you know, I have made a video on how to make the lockers, right? The lockers. So you can go and check that video out if you haven't watched it yet, so that you can know how to build this rabbit locker so that you can use it. If you want, you will not use it on only wire mesh cages. You can use it on wooden cages as well, and even with grass cutters too, you can use the same thing for them. Now when you look at this side, I have a board on this side, right? So this is what will be containing the cage number and the breed that's inside the cage, and also the date that she'll be giving birth, right? So like this set will be for the females, and 2 down there will also be for the females, and the rest will be for the kids that will be coming. I want to show you, this is the zip lock that I've used to attach the pipes on the cages so that it won't fall. and these are the springs that we use to, you know, strengthen the nipple, so that when the rabbits are drinking the water, it will not get out of the net. Now I want to talk about my urine and poop collector. Okay, so I have this coated zinc that I'm using, or roofing sheet that I'm using to, you know, collect the urine and the poop. Now with this style, it always brings the urine down here so that I can collect it. It's like in the form of a slope, so when they pee, it will just slope to the downside, and I will just come and sweep it, and that's all. Now if you look at this side of the cage, you can see that I have some nesting box over there, right? So I just built like 5 of them, you know, for the rabbit that will be coming, so that I will not waste my time in a rush to build it when the kids are in, right? So this side is where the nesting box is, and I have a black rubber that I use to cover it. That's on top, so whenever it's raining, I will just release the rubber and it will just cover the cage up. It's pretty simple. Okay, it's pretty simple. Now let me talk about the dimensions of each cage. Okay, so this cage you can see right here is 2 by 2. Okay, it's a 2 by 2 rabbit cage, and the height is 20. The reason why I did mine 20 is to save some of the space up there, and also to manage how the rabbits, you know, sometimes they'll be just roaming around, running, especially the kids, they'll be running around and doing all that stuff. That's why I reduced it. I didn't use 24 for the height. Now someone might ask, how would they be able to drink the water from the nipple drinkers? Okay, so I know it's their first time, they've not been using this, so it will take time for them to know how to use it. Okay, so this is just simple. Once they put their mouth over here, the water will start coming out, right? So that's how the water used to pass through all these pipes, and it will come back to this side too, so that all of them will be able to get some of the water to drink. So this cage is really simple. Of course, if you are a beginner, you can find it a little difficult before you can make it, right? So it's just easy. So these are the nesting box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are up there, and I have some of the TNG too on top here to support the black rubber I placed on top. So when you come to this side too, you have the TNG supporting this side as well, and down there I have the dirty oil, you know, to prevent the ants from getting on top of the cages. Okay, so I also use the pepper, you know, I mix pepper with the water, and I use it to clean all the cages. So from there, I haven't seen any ant, like even a single one. I haven't seen it on the cage yet. So I know as time goes on, I have to be using it down there in order to prevent them from coming here again. Okay, so this is going to be a very massive production, you know, just a little. So we can just be producing, and as you know, I'm in for meat, so you guys can be expecting some meat rabbits very soon. By Christmas time, yes, some of the rabbits will be available to be sold out, so you guys can, you know, wait for that. And this is what I have for you guys for today, and I want to show you guys how it has been built, and it's very easy. It's very easy. So when you make this, make sure that you have a fenced environment so that any predator won't be able to get to your rabbit, or else you are doomed. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today, and until next time, peace.